So you're thinking of moving to Corona del Mar in beautiful Orange County, California. Well, in this video, we're going to go over the pros and cons, the good and the bad, and there's not that really many bad reasons to living, working, owning a home here in Corona del Mar, California. And you'll definitely want to stick around to the end because we do a nice deep dive into why people buy in such an exclusive, inexpensive area. Let's get to it. Hi, if this is your first time to the channel, welcome. If you want to know everything there is to know about living, working, owning a home, playing in Irvine, California and surrounding communities, you've come to the right channel. Hi, my name is Bruce Clark. I'm a real estate agent with Coldwell Banker. Been doing this 17 years, and every day we get calls and emails and text messages from people just like you that are looking to make a move here. So whether you're looking to make a move in the next 5 days, 50 days, or further out, give me a call, shoot me a text, send us an email. We'd love to help you make a smooth move to the area, and if you're looking to sell a home, call us there too. So let's go over the pros and cons. Number one, pro, you're right by the beach, world famous beaches. Corona del Mar is not that wide, and it's really not that long, so to speak. So you're within 5 minutes from pretty much anywhere you live in Corona del Mar to the beach. Now, one of the cons we're going to talk about is traffic, but these are world-class beaches. Not only you're close to Corona del Mar State Beach, they call it Big Corona. You have Little Corona del Mar. You also aren't that far from the Crystal Cove State Beach, Crystal Cove State Park, so you get lots of hiking. It's a fantastic location. Just off the Pacific Coast Highway, so again, you can get to Laguna Beach quickly, you can get to Huntington Beach quickly, and it's a little south part. I consider it kind of the south part of Newport Beach, but we're recording just off of Fernleaf and Ocean Boulevard, and behind us is Balboa Peninsula, and we can see the Wedge. Now, if you watch our vlog, we did the Wedge when we recorded our Newport Beach vlog on a home on oceanfront. So, you know, it's very symbiotic, so to speak. So, number two, streets. People don't really think about streets a lot, but the streets here are perfect. They're very well maintained, they're clean, they're not real wide, and we're going to talk about that in a second, but they're well maintained, and that really speaks to Corona del Mar. It's a nice, clean city, safe. Considered a safe place to live and to come down to. There's a lot of police presence. They're very proactive, but because there's only a few different ways in and out of Corona del Mar, you don't have, especially during the summer, I mean, you could take an hour or two just to crawl down oceanfront. So this is not a place that people generally are looking to burgle or, you know, there is some crime, but for the most part, it's pretty low. Schools are fantastic. As a matter of fact, they're some of the top rated schools in the entire country. They rate very highly. It's part of the Newport Mesa district, super high scores. And when you check below, I'm gonna have links to all kinds of things. The beaches, I'm gonna have links to some of the other events we're gonna talk about, some of the events we're gonna talk about. So very, very good schools. Weather, your average is 71 degrees. During the quote unquote winter, it gets down to like 43 degrees. Winter, I'm from Indiana, winter means snow. Here it just means it's getting a little cold and you put a sweater on and you can go outside. However, a con also is weather, because if you're not used to cool weather, in the mornings it's a little cooler, and you have a marine layer, and so it might not burn off, the sun might not penetrate the marine layer and burn it off until, let's say, even the mid-afternoon. So if you're looking for hot weather year-round, it's not going to be hot weather year-round, but it's great weather. Something else a lot of people here in Corona del Mar like is walkability. You can walk, they have sidewalks, so you can walk around the area. If you watch our vlog of Shady Canyon, which is the luxury golf course community in Irvine, they have rolled up sidewalks a la Europe. So it's not as easy to get around. Here it's very easy to get around. They have a lot of people, and a lot of people are walking around. We just talked to someone who's lived in Corona del Mar for 50 years. The people are really nice. We see a lot of people here that have owned for many years. But the walkability, you can, even if you're on the ocean, you can walk up to, you can walk, bike, scoot, whatever you want to do, ride your car, drive your car. You can head up to Pacific Coast Highway, and there's a ton of things there. You're not that far from some grocery stores. You're not that far from even they have a local hardware store. You've got a lot of restaurants, great restaurants, shopping. Not only are you close to as far as restaurants, you've got steakhouses, you've got fast food, you've got excellent, just, you know, like the Bungalow and Five Crowns, and you've got a lot of old style, just very established restaurants. But if you want to drive, you can head down to the Crystal Cove area, and there you have a Mastro's and you have a Javier's. So if you come and you go north, you're going to hit Gulfstreams, and then you're going to be into Fashion Island, which has California Pizza Kitchen, has Cheesecake Factory, has all kinds of things. So one of the things that I really have liked about Corona Del Mar are all the events. They have community events. You have things like the Sandcastle contest, and people from all over the world, just international sandcastle builders that come here. We're doing that over 60 years. You have a home walk, and then you have a barbecue by the Newport Beach Fire Department. It's really cool. And then you have the 5K race. Now, it's been doing the 5K race over 40 years, and it's a scenic race, so you're going to see the ocean as you're running. And you know, when you're running, and certainly as pain kicks in, you want your mind taken off the pain, and that's what that does. So it's a lot of great events, very much a pro. Let's talk about the cons. So number one con, cost of living. It's an expensive place. A condo is going to cost you about $2 million. Single family home, detached, going to run you in the low 3 millions. That's probably going to need some work. You're going to end up, if you can see the ocean, even a peekaboo view, you're going to probably 7.5 to 8 million. If you're looking at getting a more direct view, you're going to be 13 to 20 million. If you want something with a dock, you're going to be on Bayside. So look at our Bayshore. Sorry about that. Look at our vlog, and we go buy a home. It's $27 million. Also the map, because I show you the dock. So it's not inexpensive, and for many, that's the disqualifier. So during the summer, it's crowded. So Corona Del Mar has between 10 to 13,000 people, depending on where you look. For sake of argument, let's kind of split it and say 11,500. There's a little bit over 2,200 homes, but during the summer it gets really crowded, and it's tough to get off of Ocean Boulevard. So you're going to come down the beach. You might find parking. You might not. If you don't find parking down at the beach, you're going to park on the street, and then you're going to have to, of course, you're going to have to walk a long way to the beach. But the problem is leaving, and so the streets are really narrow. So whether it's Fernleaf or there's so many other streets that, you know, you've got Narcissus and you've got Poppy, you've got a lot of streets. They're narrow, and what's interesting is you're going to have to kind of do a not even. If someone's coming one way, you're looking at going up, for example, the street, you might not be able to pass because cars can park on both sides of the street. So only one car can come through, and trust me, it can be painful. However, Corona Del Mar is still a great place. You got to come to the beach down here. Something I didn't really touch much on, and that's the homes. The diversity. You have a diversity of architecture. That's very much a pro. You have a full range all the way from, you have vintage bungalows, you have estate homes, custom homes, you have people that are coming and buying homes and scraping a lot. And it really gives you a lot of different living options. You've got no mellow roofs in most of the homes, 99%. There's some new builds they're coming out with. But if the home, most of these homes are going to be 30, 40 years old, you're not going to have mellow roofs. And if you recall from some other videos, mellow roofs is an infrastructure improvement bond or district here in California. And we have in Irvine and a lot of other areas. If you look in Tustin, a lot of them have mellow roofs. But gosh, this is such a great place. We bring our family down here often, and we love it. Let me touch on one more con, and you probably hear it behind me. And this happens in a lot of the luxury communities. People do a lot of building. So a lot of people think, hey, I'm going to buy a $10 million home. I'm just going to move in. That's not always the way it is. Certainly, the higher the price, the more likely someone's going to do work. Behind us, you can hear people doing work. You'll drive down the streets. There's construction traffic, not nearly as much as you'll find in other communities. But people do work here. So you'll buy a home on oceanfront. You'll spend $10, $12, $15 million. In all likelihood, you're going to do a lot of work to it. That's just the nature of the beast, so to speak. However, I haven't had anybody in Corona Del Mar say, just looking in Corona Del Mar, that says, hey, I don't want to live next to someone because they're doing construction or something of that sort. We did drive by on Ocean, there's a brand new home, and it kind of looks like a ship, and there's a lot next to it. So expect for the next couple of years, they're going to be grading a lot. They're going to be bringing the construction crews in. They have a lot of permits. Something most people get, just not a big deal for most people. So we've appreciated you joining us, and I hope this gives you a really nice overview of Corona del Mar, in Corona del Mar, Newport Beach, California. And certainly, whether you're looking to make a move the next 5 days, 50 days, or further out, give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. I'd love to help you make a move to Irvine, California, Corona del Mar, Newport Beach, Newport Coast, and surrounding communities. And if you're selling a home, give me a call there also.